Greetings. Greetings, Inquisitors. Happy days, happy days. Lots of fun stuff going on. No Grand Arena. Feels kind of empty. Like, what do I do? What do I do with no Grand Arena? Nothing to plan. Nothing to fight for. Just gotta wait. Gotta wait another week. Wait it out. See if we can get to the next Grand Arena on time. It's good though. Gives us another week to try to relic that Vader. Looks like I may actually get to relic him before the next Grand Arena starts. The game is being very generous to me. It gave me some more of the parts that I needed for Vader, so he's very close now. So I'll probably just relic him this week. No conquest either, yeah. Brandon says howdy. Are you going to buy the Relic 8 materials from the store? Don't know. Kind of low on funds. I bought myself some art, so I think my budget has been significantly reduced by trying to improve the channel. So I don't know how much stuff I can buy right now. All right. Suspense. PG Tactical, please do my account review. It's been in there for a month. Well, the problem is there's other people that have been there for longer than you. It's been a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of names on the list. We're getting through it as good as we can. All right. What do we got here? We got stuff to do. We got an account to play. So let's see. What's the objective for the day? Let's go over here and look at guild activities. We need to spend energy in hard battles. Always got to pay attention to what's going on over there in the objectives. So since it's hard nodes, we'll do hard nodes in fleet. We're still farming Anakin. We've been farming Anakin for feels like 5 months now. Where's he at? 19 of 100. Still got 81 left to go on him. We're doing grief. Good grief. And then we want Scion someday. So like today when it's hard node day, no reason not to throw a little bit of stuff in there on Scion. We're going to want him someday anyway. What have I got for shards for him? 40. So just starting. But we'll get there. How did your guild's territory wars go? Won both. My main account and my Loquitur account both got wins. The Loquitur account much more due to my guild than my contribution. I'm not able to contribute that much at the level that my guild is at. So they're quite nice to let me join. I throw a couple decent teams on defense, and then I've got my troopers to pretty much win one battle somewhere. And that's all I get. All right, let's see. We're farming Piet. We're farming Bosk and Django. 83 shards. Getting awful close here. I feel like we're going to be able to close the deal on 6 stars this week. There we go. Look at that. Be able to get him to 6. Be nice to get this gear on him going, but he needs stun cuffs like everybody else. He needs 2 sets. So he's kind of waiting on me to get done relicking characters and make some stun cuffs for him. And then we got Quill. We're farming him. And then normally that's it for the farm, right? But since we're on hard node day, we're going to go ahead and tap some extra hard nodes until we've done our 3 refreshes. So let's do Mon Mothma because we want her someday. 3 shards, that's pretty good. Then let's do a range trooper, because I like range trooper. He's got a good node. Is that all my refreshes? Yep, that's all my refreshes. So there, I boosted up my hard node spending for the day. Why don't you upgrade Bosk? Well, I save all of this stuff for the once a week account review. So all of these guys that are ready to level up, when I hit the end of the week and it's time for me to do my weekly account stuff, I'll come in here and do that all at once for the video. So no reason other than that. See, Vader's got his next piece already done, ready to equip. So we literally just need like 18 of these, and we got Vader at Relic. So he's close. Look how far ahead I am, though, guys. I always talk about farming these Mark V droid callers. Look at that, 275. That's pretty rare for me to have any of those in inventory, so I feel really good about that. Makes me feel good about myself. 60 people before you for an account review tactical. We're at number 18 now. Do I have the relic mats? I have the relic mats to take Vader to 5 easy. No problem getting him to 5. Getting him to 7, I need more of these, and I don't have them. I don't have these farmed up yet. So we'll be able to get him to Relic 5. We will not be able to get him to Relic 7 until I get a chance to get more Relic 7 materials for him. And then we'll take him the rest of the way. How far is Padme from Gear 11? Well, she's at Gear 11. I was able to get her last piece. So now she's just waiting on Gear 12. So we need some of these. We need 1. Let's see if that's anywhere that I can get it for non-crystals. Nope. We'll find that out of a shop sooner or later. We need a stun gun. We need another one of those. So we need a lot. And then we got stun cuffs. And she'll get to Gear 12. Getting there. Veers is ready to go. I may use some of these stun cuffs for other characters before I Gear 12 Padme. But I really want her to get Gear 12, so I don't know. We'll farm out the rest of the week. We'll get the stuff for Vader, and we'll see what we have left over for farm. And at the end of the week, we'll make those decisions on whether or not we're going to go for Padme and lock down those gear pieces, or whether we're going to level up some other characters before we go into the next round of Grand Arenas. We're at 960, so we've got 40,000 galactic power still before we would cap out on Division 9. So we'll be in Division 9, just have to not go over 1 million, and we'll be good there. I really want to get this Brute Alpha, too. I mean, this is... We just need these golden stun guns twice on him and once on Padme, so we just got to work on farming between those two and the rest of the roster. That's the challenge, isn't it? Like trying to figure out whether it's the right time to focus on a character or whether you should, work on other characters. Like, I won't be able to relic anything else until I get somebody else to Gear 12. So on one hand, you'd say, well, stop relicking characters and get characters leveled up, or, just relic and then wait on the next character that you get. So that's always a challenge, but I think I need to beef up the middle part of my roster here more. So my top end is good, but if the top end gets too far away from the rest, then you end up in the situation like I put a lot of people in the last round of Grand Arena, where I just wear them out because they don't have enough decent teams. So I think once I relic Vader, maybe Gear 12 Padme, and then I really got to focus on the middle part of this account. Get some of these other teams more functional. All those green pluses make me jealous. They're all the same gear. So, so yeah, I mean, once I would lock down on one or two characters, all these pluses would go away because it's all the same gear. It looks impressive, but I certainly don't have all that gear for all of these characters. Soldier, pretty close. I think he would need another set of this, right? Because he needs it there, and then he needs it where else? This, yeah, this also needs a set. So he's pretty close. Maybe could do him. But see, look at all these characters that need this Mark IV Bactigel, right? These are a lot of the characters that I'm looking at. Padme, Brood Alpha, Yoda, Soldier, the Red Sith Trooper. They all need this Bactigel. And that Bactigel we farm from the same node that has the cybernetics that's going to get us Relic 7 on Vader. So we go in there. We don't ever want to buy these out of a shop somewhere. We want to farm this node because while we're farming these, we're also getting Relic 7 materials. So that's definitely the way we'll play that over the course of the next few weeks. How is the assault battle for your accounts? Yeah, we could talk about that. Where have you been farming the droid callers? Well, I farm them out of the store. So they're in the guild shop. That's where I get the majority of mine. They're not farmable in the game. You can't farm them from somewhere. So you just have to come in here in the guild store, save up your credits, and those Mark V droid callers will be in one of these two slots right here. So I've got enough saved up in the bank. I've got 5,400 of these currency. I'm going to work on Jyn Erso too, so I'm going to look for her shards in the shop. But other than that, I'm just kind of sitting on some currency now so I can keep an eye out for more of the stuff that I really need. Hey, Loquitur, look back of the store. There's a deal for golden eyeballs for 300-ish crystals. Okay, just hang on a second. Let me sweep through here real quick. We'll do this and convert that for shard shop currency. Let's see. Do we have? No, we're looking for Grievous right here or Darth Maul right here. Don't see either one of those. Look, I have a very elite amount of currency right there. That's awesome. I almost don't want to get any more for a second, just to have elite status. All right, cash in. Do we have enough to buy something? 345 is not 360. So we need these med packs. We need a lot of these med packs. So we're just going to go in here and we're going to cash in some of this currency just to be able to go in here, pick up these med packs, make sure that we keep the train rolling for relics. And then there's something down here for 50 that I like. I've only got 50 of this currency left. How many accounts are you reviewing today? I don't know. We'll see. I'll do a few of them at least. All right. So somebody had asked about assault battles. I think Nabokov asked about assault battles. And so here I did all of the stuff up through 4. And then I'm able to get in here on 5 with my Padme team and get a win. But I can't take 8 turns in a row with that team. And I don't have enough good units that I can complete it without losing a unit. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm 2 points away from my tier 5 chest here. I just can't get it. I just can't get to it. I can't beat it at this level. If I could beat the battle here, I could get a few more shards. But I haven't been able to get it. Of course, I think that was before I leveled up my Padme, so maybe I can give this a try at level 6 again. All right. Nah, see, that's just... is too much. It's too hard. All right, we need to kill Piet right away. Because Piet just goes crazy and pulls a bunch of assists from other characters. So, yeah, no, there's no way. It's too much damage. Run normal Padme with Grandmaster Yoda on the team? I just did. Grandmaster Yoda was on the team. He's right there. But he's just too weak to do something. I'll try it again. We'll see if we can get Padme to buff herself up. Maybe we can last a little bit longer if we just go ahead. Oh, well, that's a forfeit. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not fast enough to go first, and I don't have enough health to live through that. The jump from tier 5 and 6 is insane. I think the jump from tier 4 to 5 is the one that's crazy. I mean, it's unreasonable how much harder they get going from 4 to 5, my opinion. All right. We got to get Piet out of here. Get him out of here. All right. Do we want to do healing or not yet? We don't want to do healing yet because nobody's hurt. Okay. Let's see. Krennic. Yeah, but I need something on Yoda, otherwise he's just gonna die. All right, we'll get that. We'll spread buffs. Oh man, that's too much damage. All right, get Krennic out of here. Get him out of here. Oh, that did nothing. All right, big hit. Big hit. Smack. We'll heal back up. There goes Ahsoka. All right, now Dark Trooper. Get a couple stacks off of him. Yikes. All right, Anakin solo. Anakin 0. 0. All right. So that's that. And then on my main account, I can't seem to complete the last battle with the troopers. I can't remember if I ever got that. We'll go look at that here in a minute. Let me look at my objectives here. Clear out some of this stuff. All right, let's claim all this. We can go back later and deal with that. Look at the store. At the back of the store, there's something with a good deal on this. This is the one you're talking about, the Mark 8 Biotech for 365 crystals. You can buy these at 15 each. So it's going to be either 25 or 50. So 50 times 15 is 750, right? So for 375, you could buy 25. So yeah, this is the price. This is roughly equal to the price that you could buy them out of the shop, and you have a chance to get double. So this is a good pack. It's basically what you would get out of the shop, more or less, but a chance to double your 50% chance to double it. So that's not a bad pack. Either is a 10 crystal discount on 25 or you get double the value. Yeah. Yep. That's not bad. So, I mean, the question for me is not one of value, because if I really wanted those, I'd just buy them. But I will get those out of the shipments. So sooner or later, they'll show up in the shipments here, and I'll pick them up. So I don't mind waiting. I'm not in a hurry. So the question was asked, what's a good thing to buy out of the guild store? And the answer is 1, 2, 3. So these two in the third row are going to be Carbantes, stun guns, stun cuffs, and hollow projectors. So this row is good to buy off of. And then down here, this is gear that only comes out of raids. You'll have the Mark 6 disc, the Mark 7 scanner, Mark 5 furnace, and Mark 5 droid collar. That's the gear that you want to stock up on down here. So you can see I buy these every time I see them in the shop. I've got 250 of these almost, and almost 200 of these. So I'm not anxious to buy them because I got some in the bank. But you can see how many characters need this, and this is not farmable gear. If we go look for this Mark 6 disc somewhere, and we go search for it, we're not going to find a node to farm it anywhere. It's not farmable. So that's what you want to get out of the guild store. You want to get stuff that you can't otherwise farm. A lot of this other stuff like these, you can farm those. These you can farm them. These you can farm them. So you typically don't want to buy stuff out of here that you can already just go farm somewhere else. When did you start this account? The 24th of October of 2020. So almost half a year on this account. This week, at the end of this week, will be 6 months, half a year played. In a way, I felt like I might be further than this at 6 months. But in another way, I mean, we got to 85 in 95 days, and it went pretty smoothly, and I've got almost 4 relic characters already, so that's not bad for 6 months, right? Stun guns never show up. There's no stun guns. Stun guns do show up in the shard store, though. They'll show up in this square right here in the shard store. Maybe that's where you get your stun guns from. So you're saying stun guns don't show up here? I don't know for sure. But I know that I buy off of like these 4 squares, these 2 and these 2. That's where I buy, 90% of everything that I buy out of this shop comes from that section right there. These, because even though you can farm them, you never have enough stun cuffs. You never have enough of these hollow projectors. You can break them down for salvage for the relic materials, and then these things you have to have enough of that you're not waiting on raids. All right. Let's see. Stun guns aren't in the guild store, only the guild event store. Okay. All right. That's my bad then. Let's see. The golden eyeball is a good deal. I got lucky and pulled 50. Was there mall shards in the guild shop? Yes. But we can also get mall shards out of the fleet. So if we can, like Ezra Bridger, we can get him out of fleet. There is no reason to farm this character anymore ever. Even, early game, if you want him fast to go for Phoenix, you may need to farm him up to a couple stars. But then finish him out from over here, there's so many characters over here that you can get. And now that they've doubled these shards, it's real efficient to use the fleet store to pick up characters and ships. All right. Let me see here. Hey, Loquitur, I hit 84 today, and I'm so excited to get Darth Revan when I hit 85. Got all the gear ready to get him to gear 11. Nice. That's awesome. Darth Revan's an awesome character. All right. So let's see. We've got an account review that we could probably do. Do Patreon supporters get account reviews quicker? So if you're a Patreon supporter and you say, hey, I just want to talk to you on chat, or something, we've got a Discord section that's set up specifically for Patreons, and because they're actually, paying for me and helping me out with my channel with their monthly donations, then for sure I'm going to get over there and answer questions and pay more attention to that stuff. So, yeah, I don't know about account reviews, but if a Patreon said, hey, I just want you to look at my roster and answer some questions for me, I would go in there and do that for them. Spend a little bit of time, make it worth the money that we're spending over there. How do you have 802 Mark III abilities? Oh, this? Mods, baby, mods. Mod challenges. These mod challenges give you, oops, well, possible rewards. So mod challenges give this to you. So yeah, you come in here and do 3 refreshes every single day. You can see I've already done my 3 refreshes on mods. So I've been pouring 3 refreshes a day into mods pretty much continuously since I could. And I took a couple week break to do slicing materials, but if you're in here, 3 a day, get all your free energy, and you just keep dumping them into these mods, you'll have plenty of these Mark III. Plenty. That's where you get them. All right, so we've got an account that we can review. Let's see. Royal Guard. Have we done anything with Royal Guard? I don't think so. I think that's good. Hey, look. We've got Grandma Mod in the chat. Nice. All right. Naturally goes to speed mods. I do, yeah. So you just click on the button and you go look, and it's speed mods. So Grandma Mod is expressing her appreciation that we're looking at talking about mods. Oh, that's cracking me up. Farming mods and signal data. Generates a bunch of Mark III. Signal data does too. We can take a look at signal data. Oops, I was already on it. Oh yeah, there you go. And I've been farming up the signal data too. I've got my 115 there for Vader, and I've got more than 115 here. And I'm just working on this. So yeah, that gives them too. And Omegas very occasionally. Good call. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's switch over here to Royal Guard. We've got an account at 2.8 million galactic power, 1.15 in ships, 1.7 in characters. That's a pretty good balance. 1.2 to 1.8, would be what we're looking for, so that's close. 46 in arena and 56 in fleet. Then we've got some decent ships here. We've got Ahsoka, TIE Advanced. This Bosk isn't very big. We've got a Houndstooth. So the pilot makes the ship. So for anybody who's not aware of how ships work, the ships, if you think of ships as, okay, I've got a ship and that's the thing, and then I put a pilot in it to enhance the ship, you need to think about it the other way around. You need to think of ship as gear that your pilot wears. And the pilot itself is what sets the stats, and then the ship's stats are a multiplier of the character. So if you want a good Houndstooth, 7 stars, getting these skills maxed isn't such a big deal. Getting Bosk to gear 12 or relic level, putting 6-dot mods on him, and getting this skill maxed out is where it's at. So same thing with Vader. If you come over here and you look at this Vader ship, even though it's 6 stars, this ship is going to be very impactful because the pilot is, already at relic level. So that makes a huge difference. Loquitur, you want to toss up the black bar? I guess my graphics have been slightly modified. Well, okay. We'll have to do without the black bar for right now. Step 1, Relic Bosk R5 minimum. Yeah, I think getting Bosk better would be a good step for Fleet. Let's see what else he's got here, though. We've got Geos, but the Geo pilots aren't that big. Got a lot of ships unlocked. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. And then we've got the Malevolence down here. So he's got the Malevolence fleet, 5 stars. Yeah, he's got Vulture Droid at 5 stars. So yeah, the Vulture Droid and the Hyena Bomber are what make the Malevolence fleet great. So I should see a Hyena Bomber somewhere in here, and I don't. So for sure, I think even more important than relicking Bosk at this point. Yeah, because you can use Bosk in place of the Hyena Bomber. So more work on Bosk the character to get that Houndstooth better. More work on the Vulture Droid and build the Hyena Bomber. I think those are things that we should definitely do. Leroy Ratona says, yeah, I find modding pilots very hard. It gets easier because as your account goes along, you'll have, let's say, extra mods. You'll have mods that were good enough a while ago, and then you get better mods to replace them. Well, at least you should be getting better mods to replace them. And then once you replace those mods, you do end up with even some 6-dot mods that have been replaced. And then those you can slap on your pilots to get that little extra bonus out of them for ships. All right, Zeta on EP lead is an immediate comment on characters. I don't know about that. It's good, but it's not, maybe not the first thing that I would see. I'd probably put at least well, I don't know. I would probably put both of the Zetas on Vader before I would on Palpatine. All right, so let's take a look. He's got both Revens. He's got Malak finished, Relic 4, Zetas across the board here, Grandmaster Yoda, Padme. So he's got his Sith Empire team going. Got C-3PO over here. First Order TIE Pilot and Executioner, I guess we're starting toward SLKR. So if we just look at First Order, maybe we can confirm if this is yeah, so we've got a bunch of First Order at 7 stars. He's working on the Sith Trooper, so this account is headed toward SLKR. Okay, that's good. Is he going for C? No, I don't think he's going for C. It looks to me like a SLKR, which is good. It's good. I believe this is a hyperdrive account. I saw some ships over there that made me think that this is a hyperdrive account. So we've got characters for days down here. Quite a bit of stuff in the middle. Quite a bit of stuff here in the middle. It's like gear 9, gear 10. Not too bad. Not horrible, but probably more characters that I would have invested in taking all the way up to 85. Okay. Now it's time to check speed. Speed check. Bastila Fallen. Let's take a look. 326. That's the fastest character we have at 2.8 million galactic power. Okay, well, let's see where it goes from here. So 25 there, 25 there, 24 there, 24 there, and 25 there. So that's just about as fast as we can expect Bastila Shan to be. Solid. All right, let's look at Revan. Let's see, speed 307. That's a pretty big drop off. So I don't mind having him slower than Bastila. There are reasons, some reasons why you would have Bastila faster than Revan. Um, Mostly for the Darth Vader counter. If you don't want Vader to counter your Revan team, you want your Bastila Fallen to be faster than your Revan. 14 speed, 19, 23, 11. Okay. 17. Okay. Let's see what Padme's doing here. 284. We're under 300 already on the third character. So most of you know then what I'm going to say. You know, we have some good speed characters, but we just don't have enough good speed subs to go around and fill this roster out. You know, at 2.8 million galactic power, we should have, I don't know, I think 4 or 5 characters at or around 300 speed. Grandmaster Yoda, let's see what we're doing on him. 260 speed with pretty good damage, 6185. Crit, yeah, he's doing the full crit damage build here. Okay. So let's take a look at the mods. Protection, speed, defense, protection. It's all defensive stats on an offense mod with a crit damage transmitter. Yeah, say I usually and this, make no mistake, this mod is, you want to make this mod because of the speed, right? But this is a mod that you throw in as a, you know, you put a speed set on somebody that wants to go fast, and this is just one of the off mods that you throw in there. You don't even want to keep that with a set because it's got so many defensive stats on an offensive mod. Yeah, defense with tenacity. Not great. Let's see, speed, health, tenacity. Yeah, we would love to have more substats that are like this. This is not bad, right? You got offense, crit chance, speed. That's decent. Crit chance. So I think, 3 flat stats. See, I would never work on this mod. The speed's not good enough. Flat stats, no percents, only 1 offense. This mod would be a no. This is a pilot mod, so I would get a better mod here, and this becomes a pilot mod. It's already 6 dots. You can make use out of it. That 24% protection main stat. All right. So I would say some research in modding for this account would be in order. More speed mods with speed subs, and more matching up the mod's main stats with what you want on the character. 2 good secondaries and good speed is enough to be a good mod? Yes. If you try to go for 3 out of 3 and, or let's say speed plus 3 good stats, you'll throw away a lot of good mods. So yeah, if you get like a crit damage mod, if you see a crit damage mod like this that's got speed on it, I would take this mod and throw some upgrades at it. If I hit speed, I would keep throwing upgrades at it, right? But I would treat it as a speed mod to go on a speed character. For a mod like this where it has these garbage stats, I mean, once you've unlocked this far and you've got health, offense, and crit chance, and that's all you can see on the mod, I would already throw it away. I wouldn't work on that. This mod, I wouldn't work on this. This mod would go straight in the trash can. Done. So, yeah. Now, this mod, you've got a flat offense. Flat offense isn't bad. You don't mind that. The tenacity, even though it's a percent, the tenacity to me is a throwaway stat. So this is a good example. Health, good. Speed, good. Flat offense, I'll take it. Tenacity, throwaway stat. But that's good enough. That's good enough to definitely work on this mod. 6 dot it. Try to get more on the speed. I don't mind that. That's not bad. That's a working equation. I don't disagree about using that crit damage square nor 6E it. 2 good secondaries and good speed. Okay, yep, I already talked about that. All right, let's see. So I really don't have much account advice as such. I mean, he's built some good teams. He's got a Revan team going. He's got a Padme team going. Although he's got Padme and Anakin's down here. So I guess if you're going to have a Padme team, Anakin needs to be the biggest character in your Padme team. The rest of it's optional. That's fine. So get this Anakin going, and then work on your mods and build that SLKR. Seems logical. And then on ships, we really want you to build up Bosk, Hyena Bomber, and invest more in this Vulture droid. That's the summary. All right. What do we think about that? Let's go to events here. Was I able to do? No, I wasn't able to do the last. So we've got it all the way up through here. But then this last battle, I wasn't having success. And the issue is, even if I play this, if I play it on tier 7, and I do manage to get some completions, unless I can complete the whole thing and get all of these feats, which means it has to be full troopers and take 8 turns, complete the battle, and not lose a unit. So if I could do all of that, then I can get the gear T7 chest. But if I can't do all of it, then you actually don't get enough to get the top chest. Let me check and make sure that that's true. So I would need 3, 13. I guess I have to complete 3 of these quests. Is that right? I have to complete these 2, complete the battle with troopers. Okay. So we want to give that another try. We can take these troopers in. See what we can do. All right. So let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to drain turn meter first, and then try to get? So let's target Piet here, and let's go ahead and see if we can get ahead of him on turn meter. Get this over on him. The problem with Piet is that he keeps calling somebody to assist. So he'll put like his Imperial Ambition over on Dark Trooper, and then he'll call him to assist 100 times, and Dark Trooper will go crazy. So you really have to kill Piet even before you go for Dark Trooper. And now at this level, we're going to try to get some stacks off of Dark Trooper over here. All right, let's try to put days on everybody, see if we can do that. All right, let's do area effect, get damage on everybody. We're rolling. We got the turn meter train rolling. Let's go after Krennic. He's staggered. Let's go after him. He's staggered. Get rid of his turn meter. Go after him. He's staggered. Get rid of his turn meter. All right, now we need a kill. We'll go after Krennic. Get Krennic. Oh, did he take a turn? Nope. I still got 42 stacks. All right, we're doing good. We'll get another kill here. I didn't know if that was an attack or a counterattack. And then if we can kill Thrawn, the snow trooper will go away. Right? Easy. Cakewalk. Who thought we couldn't do tier 7? I tell you what, I couldn't do tier 7 the other day. Couldn't get her done. Must have just had good RNG that time, but there you go. Easy. With gear 11 range trooper? What's my range trooper? Gear 10. Gear 10 range trooper. You just need his passive. His passive is really, really good for troopers. So For anybody who's trying to build a cheap trooper team, you can build these 3 that you need for C, for example. Range trooper. Shore trooper also has an amazing passive that you don't even need shore trooper to be that good. You just put him on the team, and then his passive, they get turn meter every time they use a special, and it gives health recovery. So against the computer, against events like this, shore trooper and range trooper are just silly. They really make this team punch above their weight, and you don't even have to have these characters be that good. Because the troopers just keep going. He doesn't have to be a good tank because you saw the opposing team didn't really get a chance to do anything. All right. Let's see. Moose Man's asking about the account review form. It's over on the Discord. So thanks for answering that question. Get people over on the Discord. Get them on the list. The Fast Moth Gideon and the Piet Days on the AI AoE were essential for that win. Yep, seems good. And the staggers helped too, because then I could get rid of turn meter on those guys before they got a turn. Which is better, Imperial Shore Trooper or Range Trooper? If you can only pick one, Shore Trooper or Snow Trooper. Snow Trooper is a specialist, right? So all Snow Trooper does is heaps and tons and gobs of damage, right? That's all you get out of Snow Trooper. He's not much for finesse, let's say. Yeah, too much stuff these days. So let's go to Troopers. Go to Snow Trooper. So if we look at him, the whole idea here with his passive is he gains extra turn meter whenever a unit is defeated. So he gets turns super fast. He gives extra critical damage to everybody else, which is nice, but it's not amazing. The big thing here, when you get him to full level on Overwhelming Assault, it does physical damage to everybody, and for each crit scored, you reduce the cooldown. So as long as you get 3 crits, this cooldown is 0. And the next time he takes a turn, he gets to do it again. So you just mow things down over and over and over again. So where you would want to use Snow Trooper is in PvE. That's why, of course, for people who follow the Loquitur account, that's why Loquitur has the relict Snow Trooper. It's simply because I want him to fill that role very specifically. I want to go in against Geos, and I want him to shoot all the Geos and kill one, and then shoot all the Geos, and then shoot all the Geos, and that's it. It's game over, right? So this guy is good at killing Geos. He's good at killing Jedi Knight Revan teams as long as we can go first. So he's there as a specialist to just mow down those teams very specifically. If you wanted to build an arena team, I would say probably the best arena team that you could build right now would be Veers, Piet, Snow Trooper, Death Trooper, Moff Gideon. Leave Stark out. I think that's probably the best PvE team. And some people say use Range Trooper instead of Snow Trooper, but I think in like Squad Arena and stuff like that, Snow Trooper is going to outperform Range Trooper. You don't care as much about the assists, but that area effect damage is massive. And I don't know what it is about the Snow Trooper, but his actual damage on that AoE is like higher than most characters with an area effect. So it's not just that he does area effect damage, he does a lot of damage. Really a lot. Snow is good against NT, but Shore is more useful in territory wars and territory battles. Currently using Snow Trooper for the early parts of my Imperial Trooper team. Yeah, he's just such a great damage dealer, you know? And I put him like most people will know, I mean, I built that character specifically to destroy Geos in Grand Arena. And let's see if we can find a Revan team. Because it's fun to mow down Revan teams with the troopers. Jedi Knight Revan. And it doesn't look like we have one available to fight us. That's strange. There's usually always a Jedi Knight Revan team, so there's one. There's one. We could come in there and beat these guys up just because it's fun. So we go with, oh, that's not what I want. Get out of here. We can go like this. We go to Vader in instead. Put Vader in our trooper team. And Vader will get to go first. And we can Merciless Massacre. And none of this stuff sticks. He can't stick debuffs. But what we're going to do is we're just going to do some damage to all these characters. And look at the stacks. Look at the stacks and stacks of Imperial Ambition, or the Emperor's Trap going up there. We're going to end up with like 8 stacks of Emperor's Trap. That means that the next character to go, more Emperor's Trap. Next character to go, more Emperor's Trap. And by the time we get to Snow Trooper, he's already doing 60% extra damage because of that. Now, we need to kill somebody twice because of the Savior. So let's get in there. We killed Bastila. She got the Savior. We killed Yoda for real. That gives us tons of turn meter. And we just, here goes Snow Trooper again, mowing people down. And here goes Snow Trooper again. And it's done. And that's why Snow Trooper got relicked on this account. For that specific task. That's his job. Love it. Love it. Love it. Do not regret that relic one bit. All right. What else we got? Any more questions over here in chat? NT is Night Sisters? Oh, I always use NS for Night Sisters. Yeah. So the trooper thing is interesting because there's so many different ways to build a trooper team and have it be effective, because those 3 officers are so much good support that they make just about anything look good. I can't wait to get my hands on that Dark Trooper. I shouldn't say that. I can wait. If I couldn't wait, I would wail on it. But, you know, when that Dark Trooper becomes more accessible, I will definitely go for it because I think he could be crazy good. Another account review. What is the inspiration for my main account name? It is my daughter. Aleura is my daughter's name. So, I guess you could ask me what's the inspiration for my daughter's name. And it's almost too funny of a story to be believed. It was actually a Dungeons and Dragons character that I made up 20 years ago. And when my wife and I were trying to think of names for our daughter, we were going round and round about everything. And my wife is actually the one that suggested it. And she's like, what about that one character you had? And I said, Aleura. And she was like, yeah, that's a pretty name. How about that? And my jaw just drops and I'm like, I get to name our daughter? So, yeah, it was a crowning achievement in my entire life that my wife let me get away with that. But yeah, that's it. I'm sure I'm not the first person in the world that's ever put that combination of letters together, so I can't imagine that there's not more Aleuras out there somewhere. So, for sure there's more Aleuras. Can I see your main account roster? Well, sure. Well, you can look at my main account. But before that, we're going to look at VWXZ account. Gray Order. All right. Kudos to your wife for allowing this. My wife is super cool. Guys, I got so lucky. You don't even know. You don't even know how lucky I got. She puts up with my crazy sense of humor. She loves me in spite of all of the gaming that I do and weird friends that I have from the gaming community. And man, my wife is so cool. She's so supportive. I really got lucky. I've been married 18 years and still feel like I made a good choice. I wonder if VWXZ is their child's name. Ah, that would be here's a kid's name. Watch this. Right? You can do names like this. I did a lot of these kind of names for characters, like the name STL, but you spell it just STL. It would look like initials, but it would actually be your first name. So there you go. All kinds of clever things you can do with names. All right, so let's take a look at this account. We got 2.3 million galactic power, 1.3 in ships and one in ships and 1.3 in characters. It's a lot of good stuff. Erodium Division 5. All right, 33, 40 on fleet, 206 on squad. Take a look at the ship inventory over here. We've got Vader, Anakin, again a Houndstooth, but we got a Gear 12 Bosk in there. That's okay. That's good enough. You know, that allows you to max out the stats over here. He's got the Zeta on him, so this is a rock solid Houndstooth. Got Geos at Gear 12. That's good. And then just a bunch of stuff in the middle again. Bloat, 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 bloat. It's not too bad, though, at least. Oh, no. He took this one to 85. Yikes. So, level 1 characters and a level 85 ship. That's confusing. Like, if you look at Biggs, 19,000 galactic power. That's a Gear 12 character, right? That's a Gear 11, Gear 12 character with no Zeta that you could have in your account. That's instead a ship that's not useful, or at least not much use. All right, he's got the standard fleets here. Got Chimera, no Malevolence, no Negotiator yet at 2.3 million. I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me in the chat what's the right time to have a Malevolence or Negotiator. I mean, I feel like 1.5 to 2 million, somewhere in that range, you should be getting your first premium fleet. Does that sound about right? Nabokov, Griff, Arva, whoever's over there, maybe you could comment and let me know what you think, just in general. All right. 3 million. I don't know. I think you should be able to have it before 3 million. Relic 7 Vader. Let's snoop his mods. 10 speed. Was that a potency mod? Yep, it was potency, so we're good there. That makes us happy. Offense. That's the setup I like. Speed on the arrow, of course. 16 speed up here. 17 speed there. 12 speed here. Not bad. Not horrible mods. Total speed is going to be 250. If that's the highest power character on the account. Some good, decent offense. What am I missing, guys? Shouldn't this be closer to 8? Oh, never mind. Okay, so he's got a speed set. I'm thinking with an offense and potency set. Yeah, so with a speed set. With a speed set being only 250 speed, that's not great. All right, well, let's see what else we got here. 3 speed potency on the cross. This is not good. At least he didn't 6-dot it yet. So if you watch this review before you 6-dot this mod, do not 6-dot this mod. You want health or defense on Padme on that cross. Potency is nice, but it's not important to land the stun on that kick. That's not the reason why you have Padme around. It's nice when it hits, but I wouldn't put that much effort toward it. Health, yeah, good. That's health. That's health. So it's just one mod on her set that's kind of a bum mod. That's pretty good modding otherwise. 286 speed. So we're pretty happy with Padme except that one corner, and that happens to all of us. So anybody who's had an account for a while, you end up putting your focus on another character. Like let's say we're really trying to get Kenobi tanky, and that's really the best mod for Kenobi as a tank. So you steal it off of Padme, and then you end up with like kind of a garbage mod on a character until you can get it replaced with a better mod. I know that happens to me sometimes, where I'm like, I don't like this mod, but I want my best mod on a different character, so they can't share. Let's take a look at Revan. How fast is he? 275. That's 275 with a speed set on isn't great though, right? So 15 speed, 20 speed, that's pretty good. 24 speed, 14 speed, 8 speed, and speed arrow. Maybe I'm just getting too aggressive with my expectations for modding. I have to remember that. I have to think that not everybody has quite as high of expectations as I do. So that's not horrible. That's not horrible. We're slicing mods that have speed, and it looks like he hit his speed on these slices. This, has got 20 speed. He's slicing it up, trying to get it. It's got 2 flat stats, but with 4 upgrades in speed, we don't mind that. We don't mind that. So the mod sets seem to be appropriate. The main stats seem to be appropriate. So we got that going for us. Crit damage here. Just all crit chance, crit damage. He does have potency on the cross. Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. For anybody who might be watching this for the first time, Deft Blade Work has a chance to inflict healing immunity and buff immunity, and these are 2 game-changing buffs. And I believe that your Padme team is so much more of a threat if Anakin can get those buffs stuck on somebody, especially on defense, because it prevents the opponent from doing things like Enfys Nest or other high tenacity characters. Malak solo. If you can get those buffs stuck on a Malak who's trying to solo you, you'll take that Malak down. You'll make somebody very sad because they'll do the life drain and they won't heal. So that can be the win for you. So that potency is a big deal. It looks like he knows what he's doing with mods, but needs more speed. I agree. That is well said. Tenacity for the offset. Protection. Perfect. Yeah, this is great. So by putting protection on your Geo Brood Alpha, you're building up the pool of available protection for all your Geos. And then, what is it? There's one of these that gives him extra tenacity. Yeah, he gets an extra 60% tenacity. So because of that, it's good to put tenacity on him. I would probably like to see a tenacity cross down here. Then he could get just a little more tenacity on him. Get that up to about 150. I expect we're going to be... Oh, no, he's not even that good. Oh, well, he gets 60 on top of this, so he would be like 125. If he could add that other... 30 from a 6-dot tenacity down there. That would take him up to 150, 160 in that range. And he wouldn't get debuffed by much of anything. So that maybe consider a tenacity cross with tenacity main stat. Other than that, that's good stuff. All right, let's just overall look at speed. And I think we already know what this is going to be. Padme is the fastest character, and not even 300. So when we look at an account that's already 2.3 million, we really need more characters in this account to be faster. So with that said, I mean, it's not a bad account. The characters that are being built are the right characters. The mods are the right main stats and the right sets. So just work on more speed subs. In terms of the projects, I don't think a lot of new projects need to be started here, right? Because we need to get this Revan team and get relic characters for these guys. We need to get the Padme team and finish out relicking the characters for the Padme team. If I apply the template that says I'm looking for one big offensive team and one big defensive team, I don't see either one. I don't see enough characters on the Revan team or the Padme team to justify saying that I've got something at Division 5 that's going to beat anything that my opponent has, and I don't see a defense that's big enough to stand against anything your opponent's got. The account's pretty thick through the middle, but I would definitely go up before I go out. Get Jedi Knight Revan up and working. Work on the unlocks for Darth Revan. Work Darth Revan into Malak. I wouldn't even go crazy trying to get a Galactic Legend or anything on this account. I would focus on taking the teams that you've already got functional and building them up. Not just for Grand Arena, but for Rancor, for Conquest, for Galactic Challenges, for playing the game, you know? Get a team of at least 4 relic characters, like Padme, Jedi Knight Anakin, Kenobi, Ahsoka, and then Barriss Offee. That's my favorite defensive version of that team. C-3PO to gear 12, if you want to put him on the Padme team instead of Barriss. Something like that. All right, let's see what else we got over here in chat. Is it better to work on great mods for a single character or spread mods across teams? Griff says both are viable. I prefer modding by teams. Other people like Nabokov do it by character. Acro, I do it one at a time. I go by tier, top tier characters and teams get the good stuff. Yeah, I'm with Nabokov on that one. So on this particular account, Vader should have the very best of your best mods because you're probably trying to get solos with him and doing stuff like that. The Padme team should have good mods. The Geos are probably getting Watt shards even, just the way they're set up now. The Brood Alpha's got half a relic on him. So, the Geos would get good enough mods that it would be a viable team to get Watt Tambor shards. And then from there, you sort what you have left over in mods according to your other better characters. When this Jedi Knight Revan is relic level, then you'll go through and potentially steal mods off of other characters to make Revan great. That's the way I do it. So I agree with that. You do it kind of in the priority of what deserves your best mods. Okay, somebody said they wanted to see my roster. So if you look at it this way, it's a bunch of stuff because I've got 1 million favorites. These are all characters that I'm either working on in some way or I use their node to trigger. Like Jango Fett, I just use that because on hard node day, I typically farm his node. Even though I've got him maxed and the ship maxed, it's got him, it's got the Hound's Tooth, it's got stun cuffs, it's got stuff that I can break down for relics. So like today when it's, do hard battles day, I do Django. So he's up in my favorites. So the account's kind of a mess. But if I do it by power, that's what you would see if you came and looked at my account. So this is a roster review of Loquitur's account. Nabokov's got to go for family time. Hey, see you later, man. Get that alt done for our GA match. Nabokov's hoping that we get matched up in Grand Arena. He's trying to make sure that our mods and characters and everything all match up so that we have more of a chance of getting a matchup in Grand Arena, which is it's entertaining. I'm scared to death because he'll probably beat me. He's got like 2 million more galactic power or 1 million. I think he's 1 million more galactic power than me, but it would be a fun matchup for sure. So here we have the 2 galactic legends. I'm still working on my alt for Sith Eternal. We got Vader. And Jedi Knight Revan, Kylo, Enfys Nest, a bunch of stuff. And I don't have Darth Revan at all. Malak, don't have him. Gas, don't have him. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing. But for anybody who doesn't know, this account is only 1.5 years old. I started it in October of 19. So I spent some money, built the account up, I think, to a pretty decent level pretty quickly. But yeah, I made the same mistake a lot of people make in terms of starting the game. So when I first started, I wanted to get as many characters as possible. So you'll see if I go down here, there's just tons of characters that are at level 85. And I was just unlocking everything. You know, get Jenner, so get her to 85, get her to 7 stars. Get Stormtrooper, get him to 7 stars, give him to 85. Clone Sergeant, get him to 85, get him to 7 stars. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I did all this. But there's so many games that reward you for having a lot of teams. I didn't understand kind of the galactic power mechanic where this keeps adding to your total ranking, and it just pairs you up into a higher bracket where people are more likely to have better stuff than you do. So, yeah, for sure, if I had it to do over again, I wouldn't do all of this. This is crazy. Look at all this junk everywhere. All kinds of galactic power I don't need. So there, it's like putting up your dirty underwear for people to see, you know. Not good. And then I've got a few Gear 12s here in the middle, my Geos, and a few other characters that I'm not working on too much. Luke, I am going to relic. I'm going to relic him. I'm pretty close. I just need these. And unfortunately, I can't farm them right now. I'm working on the alt for Sith Eternal. And you get that by farming dark side nodes. So I just have to farm dark side nodes, so I can't get my last pieces for Luke until I'm done with this alt. Kind of stuck there. But that's okay. I'm patient. We'll get it. We'll get it. I got my Relic 8 nest over here. Check out this tenacity. We got tenacity with tenacity substats everywhere. That mod could be better. I don't have a better mod for here yet. 7% tenacity there. We got 8% tenacity here. This one's got tenacity main stat 35%, 10% tenacity here, and then we've got 6% tenacity here. So not perfect, but pretty good. 175 tenacity overall, I think, 174. So she's such a cool character. I love her. Almost every Grand Arena I get some kind of win with her. How is my progress on the alt? 4? Yeah, I've got 4. I probably could do another one. Let's see. I probably have enough to do another one. Let us check. Go to event. Oh, I got 108. Look at that. We can do this event. Now these events, when I did Kylo Ren, it was pretty hard. I find this event to be like almost too easy. All right. Unseen for generations. So this is, for anybody who gets to this level, I don't know, like it's dumb how easy this is, right? You link these guys, and then you do a Force Crush with Vader to get debuffs on Kylo. You go into your alt with your Emperor, and it gives you the alt for free right away, and then it gives you like a bunch of turn meter, and you get to use your alt right away. And then Kylo will take a turn, and he'll die, and you call Rey, and it's over, and you get your token. So I don't know. It doesn't even feel like it's any kind of challenge. So, and I didn't change mods. I didn't do anything special to my characters. They're just what they are, and I threw them in there. All right, 5. We're halfway there, so that's where my progress is. We're 5. 5 of 10. I think I'll be able to finish it out before my next Grand Arena. I'm probably going to have to do the 100 gem refreshes here to get it before we start the next round. But I definitely want it starting the next round. So over the next couple days, I'll spend the hundreds here and see if I can accelerate that a little bit. Griff says, that was fast. I didn't realize it was that easy. I don't know. Maybe I just got my characters timed perfectly without trying to. I don't know. Weird stuff. Okay. Do you regret Relic 8 Nest? Heavens no. No. In terms of the characters that I've invested in this account, I have very few regrets. Very little regrets. My Zetas, I don't regret my Zetas. I don't regret what characters I reliced. None of that stuff. All I regret is just all this dumb crap down here that I'm not doing anything with, putting levels and stars on all of this stuff. It's unnecessary. So I regret my bloat. That's the way I would put it. But my 3 Relic 8s are Nest, and probably a better question, do you regret Relic 8 on your Kylo Ren Unmasked? Because that's probably something people don't do. And the answer to that is no. I love the fact that I Relic 8 this guy too. He's just a awesome character, just ridiculous character. So I like him, I like Nest, and then I put Relic 8 on Supreme Leader because, well, he's good and he deserves it. So the next Relic 8 we get, we'll go on Sith Eternal, and then the next Relic after that, probably Vader. So we'll do sensible Relic 8s going from here. Did you Relic 8 him for Finalizer? You mean the TIE Silencer? I was hoping that Relic 8 would make the ship better. I think it gave me 1 more speed on the TIE Silencer. So let's look at ships. I think it gave me 1 speed here on the TIE Silencer. So it definitely isn't worth it in terms of ship stats. I don't think any of the other ship stats changed. I don't think the damage went up or any of it. I think it just gave him like 1 speed to go to Relic 8. So that was kind of disappointing, but no, I Relic 8 him because it gives you more stats, and what I did, it allowed me to be able to come in then and put more armor on him. So I put on 2 defense sets. So he has high health, 110,000, and then a bunch of armor. Where is it? He's got 76% armor. So the additional armor makes it harder for other Kylo Rens or other hard-hitting characters to get through him. It takes at least 2, sometimes 3 hits to get through Kylo Ren Unmasked. So the Relic 8 makes enough of a difference that it makes my arena matchups comfortable. How does that Relic 8 Kylo Ren Unmasked do in the Vader P1 C-Pit raid team? No better than anybody else's Relic 8 crew, because at that, for the Rancor raid, it doesn't seem to matter that much. The armor doesn't help that much. He gets Death Mark on him, which he can ignore, and that's the good part of using him in the C-Pit. But after that, it's like you don't really notice it too much. Maybe he takes 1 more hit in the C-Pit, but I don't know. If you're thinking about doing Relic 8 for the C-Pit, don't. It wouldn't be worth it for that. The only thing that I think it gets you is it puts you in an advantage in Arena or Grand Arena or Territory Wars where you're fighting another SLKR team. It just takes longer to get through him. It lets you have 1 more turn toward your ult, and then you win the matchup. All right. Why don't you have the Omega on the Nest special? Nest. I don't know. Don't need it. So by the time enemies have less than full health, I don't want to gain turn meter. So in a lot of matchups, every time Nest goes, so here she's using this and she's building up this stacking bonus protection. So against Geos, if there was a way for me to bring in Nest against Geos and never ever take my own turn, I would win that matchup every time. Because what can happen every once in a while, Ness takes her turn. At the end of her turn, she loses all of that purple bonus protection, and then the spy can zoom over and one-shot her and kill her. Okay? But as long as she's got a bunch of that purple protection and she never gets to take a turn, then we're happier with that. So why would I put on a skill that gives her turn meter? That goes against everything that we want to do. We want to be slow, hit hard, work with our counterattacks. And so, yeah, I didn't put it on because I don't want the turn meter, especially against the Geo matchup. Why are you missing random Omega 5s, Anakin? How come you don't have Darth Revan? Again, so I think people should notice at some point that I don't just play the game like everybody does and just click on things and go, oh, okay, this must be good. Everybody does it. Like, there's a skill there that can be Omega'd, so I might as well Omega it. I don't use Anakin as a leader. I don't need this last Omega to make his ship better. There's no reason for me to use those materials. So I could click upgrade right now, but it doesn't matter. That skill's not being used. Fives, Domino Squad. Is this the one you're talking about? Or you're talking about this one? This Omega actually makes him worse by giving him taunt. I like the taunt. I want the taunt. In a lot of matchups, I use the taunt on him, and then I let the taunt go away, and then he sacrifices himself later. So I don't mind the taunt on him. But yeah, a lot of these characters, the reason I don't put that last whatever on them, because I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't care. Ragged Cut here does extra damage, but if you play this character, you use Lash Out, you use Outrage all the time, and he has mechanics that reset his cooldowns. The amount of times that you actually use Ragged Cut is minimal. So I don't put it on. I can save those materials for something else. So yeah, I don't click it just because it's there. I click it if it makes the skill better, and if I'm using the skill and it makes sense to apply the stuff. And there's people that still pick on me because I don't have the Zeta on this basic for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I don't want it. I don't need it. It doesn't help. I'm convinced. It's if it was an Omega, I would do it. But for Zeta, there's better things I want a Zeta. So somebody had said something about why don't I have Darth Revan? So, like I said, I started this account a year and a half ago. I started a very typical path toward Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, and started working a little bit on a Padme team. And then, as I started to understand more about the game, probably only a couple months into playing, maybe played October to January. And by January, the Galactic Legends were a thing they were talking about. I don't remember exactly when all that stuff came out, but it was around the beginning of the year last year. And at that moment, I said, well, skip all that. I mean, they're going to build a character that is better than every other character in the game. We just do that. So as soon as the Galactic Legends came out, I said, Kylo Ren Unmasked, put an X through that. Everything else got skipped. No Darth Revan, no Padme, no nothing, right? Just straight to Kylo Ren Unmasked. I did build up the Padme team a little bit while I was working on that. And then I finished out the Padme team after I had the Kylo Ren Unmasked. But that's why. I just shortcutted everything and went straight for Kylo Ren. And then once I got him done, I built Triumvirate and some other stuff, relicked a few other characters, built Mon Mothma, went into C. Now I got C. After C, I'm going to build Rey. After I build Rey, then while I'm working on Rey, I'll finish out I've got the characters marked for Darth Revan, so you'll see that I'm passively working on, where is he? Juhani. Her. Juhani's the last character I think that I need for Revan. So I'm kind of working on her now and then. And when I get Juhani, I'll get Revan. So I'm not in a hurry, but I'll get him. But that's why. So you asked why I don't have Darth Revan? That's why. Because I skipped that whole thing. And once I pick a project and focus on it, that's what I do. I don't, wander around doing 100 other things. I just pick a galactic legend and build it. Are you planning on going for gas? No. It's going to be a long time before I build gas. Long time. The one that I haven't applied because I used the clone bomb team. Oh, the taunt. Dr. Kitschko. You just play the game smarter. Yeah, so I don't. The comparison of smarter or whatever. It's just that my thing is efficiency, right? I'm an engineer. It's what I do for a job, and whether I like it or not, that's how I see it. Like really, literally every resource in the game. I'm looking at the Unraveled Destiny on Sith Eternal. Dark side tanks get taunt for 2 turns. It's a good Zeta. It's a worthwhile Zeta. But if I build my Sith Emperor team without a tank, it's useless. So I'm going to wait on that Zeta until I figure out how I use C. And if I don't typically use C with a tank that needs this skill to give him taunt, I'll never put that Zeta on. And Vader will yell at me, and my Dark Council will tell me I'm retarded. But that's just the way it is. If it's not a skill that's actively contributing to how the character plays or what I want to do in the game, I don't spend it there. I spend it on something else that will contribute. So put your brain on. Don't just check it out and say, okay, the guy's got 6 Zetas, so I guess I need 6 Zetas, right? I got to finish the character. I don't have to finish anything. I have to put on the stuff that makes sense and is worth a Zeta. My opinion. Ken Freeborg says, hi, Loquitur. Well, hello, Ken. Welcome to the channel. Ken with 2 N's. Leroy Jenkins says, can you do my account review? Oh, Griff's handling that. Cool, thanks. Chris says, that's how I've tried to build my account, but my guild really wants stuff like cam mission clones. It's out of my way. Yeah, so if your guild tells you, hey, build clones for cam, build them. It's a good team. It's rock solid. Put it under Shock T leadership. You can beat tons of stuff with that clone team. Under Shock T leadership with a fast Rex, you can just go first, wreck the other team, and wipe your hands and move on. So there's no shame in building that team for Kiadi Mundi shards because it's a good team to build. I mean, if it distracts you from doing a Galactic Legend or something else that you want to do, then that kind of stinks. But yeah, you got to keep your guild happy. Darth Loquitur, Moff Gideon is great with C if you're not using him with your troopers. Moff Gideon is great everywhere. That character is so flexible. You just put him in, you demoralize your opponent, you cut their damage by more than half. He is a great plug and play character. But yeah, I can imagine using him. I think we used him in Grand Arena the other day when we did the I think 2 Grand Arenas ago we used Moff Gideon with Sith. Or maybe we used him with Vader. But that's pretty nice. Should I get Stark or Veer's Zeta first? Veer's first. And which one of Piet's Zetas? My opinion, Veer's Zeta first, Piet's Zeta second on Emperor's Trap. The other Zeta on Piet is optional. I mean, you can get it someday, but the one that you need is the Emperor's Trap. And then Stark is also optional. You don't have to have it. It's nice as long as you can go fast, you're good. Once other teams start catching up to you on speed, Stark's Zeta becomes better and better because he can remove 10% turn meter every time he goes. And that really puts you over the top with teams that are close to as fast as you are. Because Stark will be one of your fastest 2 characters. And as long as he goes before the enemy team, you knock off a little bit of the turn meter. You give yourself more time to get into your turn meter train. All right. Troopers can function with speed and 2 zetas. That is true. That's absolutely true. That's where I've got my Loquitur account right now. Fast enough, but I do need to get one of those characters. I need to get Stark to relic level, because there are teams now that I'm facing where I'm having a hard time staying ahead of them. Speaking of which, we probably need to change Loquitur's squad arena team back to the Padme team. Otherwise, I'll come in tomorrow to do my battles and I'll be number 782. The troopers are a fun team, but man, they backslide when you're not when you're on defense. Let's get back to that Padme team. All right, get Yoda in here. Solid. Vader will go first. He'll do Force Crush. Then he'll do Merciless Massacre. Then he'll kill somebody. Then I'll get to go. Then Padme will get to go. And we'll take off all the buffs and make ourselves immune to everything but that ability block. All right. And then let's see. Let's take out Vader before he gets to go. Let's take out Moff Gideon before he gets to go. And then we need to try to get some health back on Kenobi before, never mind, before he's dead and gone. All right. Let's kill off Vader before he gets another Merciless Massacre. Well, he's making that hard with the stun. Those assists from Piet are just nasty. Nasty, nasty. Too many assists. Okay. Kill off Padme so I can go again. All right. SWAT. Come on, boys. Get him. All right. We get the Padme team back in action. I'll probably get a nasty message. What are you doing climbing out of turn? People could be vicious about that stuff. Vicious. All right, let's think about another account review. Keep going for a little while longer if people are still interested. Get another person's account reviewed for them. Get that in there. No player could be found. All right, well, there's that account review done. No player could be found. Gave me the wrong number, they did. Okay. All right, so here we go. We've got Maglor C. Would you say it's okay to spend Mark 1 credits on gear? I have 7-star Malik and I'm like 1 year off of gas. So that's a tough question to answer. The answer is no. Don't spend your Get 1 currency on anything but the characters that you can only get with Get 1 currency. That's the standard answer. If you want to jump in there and spend 800 and finish out a character at a relic level or something like that, and you're just doing it like once or twice to get the gear that you need, that's up to you. But in general, if you had 35,000 saved up and you said, the heck with it, I'm not going to keep saving, I'm just going to spend this all on gear and look how much gear I could get. I did that when I was going for SLKR. Don't do it. I wish I hadn't done it. That's not a smart way to do things. So yeah, definitely, if you're going to spot check a gear for 800, just get 10 pieces to finish something out, fine. If you're going to blow 35,000 like I did, really bad idea. Dumb. All right. Darth Vader, I'm guessing that you've got a Relic 7 Vader. It's not Relic 8? What? All right, let's take a look at Maglor C, the NLBE Lowlands. Netherlands and Belgium? That's awesome. I hope that's what NLBE stands for, is Netherlands and Belgium. I got a lot of friends over in the Netherlands. It's a great place to visit. All right, we've got 1.4 in ships. We've got 2.3 in characters for a total galactic power of 3.7. That's a pretty beastie account there. 57 in fleets, 138 in arena, with an arena team that looks pretty salty. Look at that thing. That's a pretty good arena team for 138. I think we'll have to assume that this is an older account, maybe free to play, been around for a long time, is on a really hard shard. I'm guessing. All right, let's take a look at ships. We got a Millennium Falcon fully fitted out. We got the TIE Advanced again. And then we've got a whole bunch of ships with pilots that are not even Gear 12. I see this and it makes me sad. Look at all this galactic power tied up in ships that aren't helping. All right, he does have the Negotiator, but he doesn't have the Malevolence. He's got Home 1, Chimera, Executrix. Pilotless ships haven't come along very far. This ship is really good with the Negotiator. If you're going to get the Negotiator, do that. Somebody asked about what's the right lineup with the Galactic Republic fleet. I'm a huge fan of this ship, the BTLB Y-Wing. That is a rock-solid ship. Of course, you need Anakin, Ahsoka. I'm going to say something that people aren't going to like. I'm not a big fan of fives. I think the Umbran Starfighter is a pretty good ship, but I'm not impressed. I would rather start out with Anakin, BTLB, and Houndstooth, and then reinforce with Clo Sergeant, Ahsoka, Plo, maybe even the Jedi Counselor. I'm not a fan of the Umbran Starfighter. I feel like for what it brings to the table, these other ships bring more. But that's definitely early game Ahsoka, Anakin, Houndstooth, Negotiator. That's your starting three, reinforced with Plo and Clo Sergeant. Everything else is optional. Those are the 5 ships you need for your early Negotiator fleet. Ahsoka, Anakin, Houndstooth, Clone Sergeant, Plo. And then whatever else good ships you have to put in there. My opinion. 5s is what allows you to easily beat Negotiators that are faster. So there's value in the ship. Okay, fair enough. But again, if you're starting the Negotiator fleet, you're 5 stars, you're trying to beat other 5-star Negotiators. I think the person was asking more of an early game question, like what are the first ships that I want? So I think that's how I'm answering the question. I'm not saying that 5s isn't a good ship long term. I'm just saying that for the starting ships, you don't necessarily need 5s. The other ships are easier to access and they work without 5 ships. The Umbran Starfighter hits hard for a tank, and it's no complicated kit. Yeah, okay. I knew it was going to be controversial. I know people like 5s. I just like other ships better. And if I could have the BTLB in there instead of 5s, I would have the BTLB in there instead of 5s every time. Just put Anakin behind more tanks and then your reinforcements behind more tanks and just use the Negotiator itself to bully your opponent. Okay. You'd still recommend 5s in the 4 best ships for the fleet? Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Again, it's I don't want to get into this on stream, but let's take a look at this Umbran Starfighter. Umbran Starfighter, not Anakin Starfighter. Let's go in this way. So if we look at the kit here, whenever it attacks, it gains turn meter, and the target enemy gains 20% turn meter, and it gains offense stacking and loses defense stacking every time it takes a turn. So basically, the longer the encounter goes on, the less this becomes a tank and the more it becomes a attacker. So this deals damage to target enemy and inflicts offense and defense down. Those debuffs are good. And then this inflicts target locks and deals physical damage to all target locked enemies. So if you got a bunch of stuff that's target locked, that can be a pretty good skill. So overall, it's not bad. But if you face a team that can control your turn meter or stun fives or anything, I just feel like this ship is too easy to kill. Its kit is only damage. That's all it's doing. It's just pulling the trigger and doing damage. And if you look at a ship like the TIE Silencer, it also is only doing damage, but it has a stun. It has the ability to get foresight. It has the ability to get advantage. So it does more than just attack for damage. And this ship is literally just, I get damage, I get some turn meter, I give some turn meter, I go a lot, I turn into an attacker as the battle goes on. So it's, I just think there's ships out there that do more stuff, that give you more flexibility. He only has one Relic 7 for his galactic power. Yeah. That's something that I've noticed in a couple of the accounts that I reviewed recently, is that people haven't gone all the way with characters. And I don't know, maybe it's just that I don't perceive that Relic 7 is that hard. I don't think it's that big of a challenge to get those materials to go from 6 to 7. But I understand that a lot of other people feel that way, that they find it hard to get those materials. So anybody who thinks that should watch my Relic video and maybe simplify it for yourself. All right, so we got Jedi Knight Luke, and he's set up for offense. Slow speed, so he's basically doing the speed trick with him, which is fine. But if you're doing the speed trick, you kind of make him even slower if you wanted to. Look at this, 11, almost 12,000 damage. Ooh. Ooh. Freight train right there. Hits like a freight train. Okay, let's see. Offense, defense, offense, tenacity. A lot of good stats. And he doesn't need speed, right? Whoa, 23 speed. What? Okay, so this is like the odd man out. Like, why would you put that mod on a character that you don't want to go fast? Get that out of here. That goes on a character that wants to go fast. 22 speed. Yikes. Okay, just my opinion, but if you're going to use Luke for his leadership, get rid of the speed mods. Make him slow. Put Hermit Yoda on the team. He's already got Hermit Yoda on the team. Make this dude ridiculously fast. 306. That's probably fast enough. Pass the turn to Luke. Slow the other team down to 122, Get rid of those speed mods. All right. Revan. Let's see. We've got 330 speed. That's good. We like that. Crit damage. Damage 5,000. So this is good. Potency. Lots of speed. Crit damage. Speed. That's what we would expect to see. Decent mods. We're not unhappy with any of this. This is a good mod. Good substats. He's trying to hit that speed again. But you don't mind. He's hitting other stuff than speed, but everything he gets on that mod is good. Took this one all the way. Ooh. A lot of flat stats on that mod. But he did get his 5th speed hit. So there you go. That's not bad. It's good enough. Okay. So Darth Revan's in good shape. Could stand to be Relic 7. Let's look at this Revan. 268. That's a little bit slower than what we would want. Okay. So he's got speed. He's got health. Offense. Defense. So if you're using a defense substat and you've only got 8 speed on the sub, that seems desperate. So we probably need some better triangles, at least. Not horrible, though. All right, Vader, 7, Relic 5. Potency, we like that. Offense, we like that. 13 speed, good. Speed, 10 speed. 10 speed, 13 speed, 23 speed. 250? 238. That's okay-ish. He's got the crit damage, crit chance build. So, that's alright. He's picking the right main stats. Speed substats could be better, but he's picking the right main stats. All tenacity over here. Let's see how big this big boy is. 147. Yeah, if we're going to go with the tenacity build, you got to put tenacity on this cross. I know that Malik is hungry for health, but putting tenacity on that cross is going to take you from good to amazing. So that extra 35 is going to take you to 180. And the difference between 147 and 180 on tenacity is literally the difference between getting debuffed and not getting debuffed. Definitely get this to a tenacity main stat. Definitely. Malik. What a busted character. Broken. Love it. All right. 253 speed. Tons of crit damage. Look at that. Decent damage. All right. So he's got crit chance, crit damage everywhere. Working on that. Let's just do a quick speed check, see what we got. We drop below 300 pretty quickly. It's a precipitous drop. So we've only got two really fast characters. Okay, standard advice. We need more speed mods with speed subs. Farm your mods, boys. Farm your mods. If using Chupio, consider switching to an offense set. So, let's see what he's got for Chupio. Rebels. We'll go in here and search for Rebels. That'll make things easier. So he's got a Chupio, but I don't know if he's using him on the Luke team. So the reason you would want to do that, for anybody who doesn't know, Chupio spreads around stats. So instead of having crit damage on Luke, you try to make him have as much offense as possible, and that way Chupio spreads around 20% of that offense from the leader, and everybody gets better, in addition to Luke getting better. But I hate mods. Well, you hate liver and onions too, but, some people say it's good for you. Oh, how do I pronounce this name? Chimmy Keytown. Made it for a live stream. Wife is all set, and so is the kiddo. Dad time. Nice. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Elm XD says, caught your stream live. Thanks for your great content. / the like button. Awesome. Somebody who knows how to use their like saber. That's a good thing. I think we have a like saber somewhere around here. Right? Do we have a like saber graphic that we can use? There it is. For anybody who hasn't done this yet, you're issued with a like saber. Take the like saber, pass it through the like button. The like button gets utterly destroyed. That's how it works. All right, so let's recap this account. Mods is a big thing. We got to get that done. With the amount of Rebel characters that I see here, Rebel Officer, Leia Organa, Han Solo, we got the Luke. I assume we're going for Jedi Master Luke on this account. Let's see if we've got a Wampa. We do. We've got a Wampa ready to go. Of course. I should have known that. Hermit Yoda. We've got a Hermit Yoda ready to go. We saw them both. So we've got Rebel Officer Leia Organa. We've got, so it looks like we're on the way to the Galactic Legend Luke Skywalker. Nice. That's awesome. That's good stuff. So, nothing to say beyond that. Just keep up the good work and finish that out. I think we got, Biggs and Wedge and some other stuff that we got a relic. Does he have a Mon Mothma? I didn't look. Let me take a look here real quick. If you're building the Luke team, and you have to relic a couple of these pilots anyway, it's a good idea to go ahead and build a Mon Mothma. And she doesn't have to be great. You got her at 3 stars. So maybe 4 stars, I would think. And then get the Zetas on her so that she can lead the team without dying too quickly. And then you can make use of your pilots. You don't have to go crazy with her and take her to relic or anything, but that gives you a place to park your leftover pilots. I'm a big fan of Mon Mothma. Going for Galactic Legend Luke is like getting 1.5 Galactic Legends because you get both Lukes. Yeah, the Jedi Knight Luke is a very, very strong character. Yeah, he's crazy good. I don't know if he's quite like getting another Galactic Legend, but it's probably close. He's got some pretty awesome skills. He puts up something that gives you automatic crits. He gets extra turns. He slows down the opposing enemy as long as it's not a Galactic Legend. So, lots of good stuff. All right. And then Fleet. Did we give Fleet advice to this account? I can't remember. Yeah, get the BTLB going. Get Anakin going. We got the Negotiator, but we got this tiny little Anakin 4-star ship. That's got to be maxed out. So get your Anakin going to go with this Negotiator. Get the BTLB Y-Wing. Keep making your fleets more solid. All right. He has the second highest base damage in the game, just under SLKR. You know, the funny thing is, multipliers in this game are weird, right? So if you look at Grandmaster Yoda and you just look at his offense, you would say, look at this, 5,800. He has half the offense of that Luke. That Luke had like 12,000. This guy's not even got 6,000. But I'm telling you, this Yoda can probably hit as hard as that Luke with his unstoppable force. Like, the multipliers on Yoda are crazy. So even though his damage doesn't look that high, it's this special damage and it's a high multiplier and it hits hard. So there's some characters that, I mean, you can't tell everything just by looking at their base damage. Of course, any character with 12,000 damage has got to be pretty good, right? So, yeah, he hits like a truck. I love that video they've got with Jedi Knight, Revan, Armorer, and Luke. And if you play that against an SLKR team, they come over and they hit Revan first, I think. And that gives the extra stack of Beskar to the Armorer. And then she gives the Beskar to Jedi Luke. And Jedi Luke can solo the SLKR team from there. He just takes over. And they can't do anything to him. He's counterattacking and he's hitting everybody. It's awesome. I love that video. All right. It's surprising how hard Grandmaster Yoda hit. Yeah, and he's a support. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. And Hermit Yoda is pretty fun to play too. You know, he is deceptively good. Like when I first read his kit, I was like, it's okay. Like I get it, it's okay. But I'm telling you, if you take enough turns to get this on a second character and you start building up multiple characters that have Master's training on it, it's like, I thought of him as, okay, I'll bring him in and I'll make one Jedi better. But man, after you get a few turns and you can make a couple Jedi better, he really starts paying off. So, pleasantly surprised by Hermit Yoda. So that's it. Pretty standard advice. Keep doing what you're doing. Finish out that Galactic Legend Luke. Get working on speed mods with speed subs. Just farm the heck out of them. You can't wait for the game to give them to you. You can't buy them out of the shop. You got to go after them. You got to farm speed mods out of those speed challenges, and work some kind of system to get those good speed mods. You're gonna want those for a lot of these characters. When does Grand Arena come back? I'm missing it already. It's a week. So what they do, they run 4 weeks, and then they run 1 week with no Grand Arena, and then it goes back to 4 more weeks of Grand Arena. So this is the off week, and it should turn back on again next week. Next Monday, you should be able to join. All right, we got Kyber on both accounts again, so that's good. We got the Kyber. A lot of people in the Discord were posting Kyber results, man. It makes me smile. I love the fact that we got good players over there getting Kyber, doing a great job. You know, being proud of their wins. That's fun for me to see. Darth Loquitur, will you ever stream any other Star Wars games? My life is full of stuff right now. I've got a job, I've got a wife, I've got a kid, I've got this YouTube channel that I'm trying to build, and I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff with it, and Patreon, and people want to do collaborations with me, and all my time is gone. I don't even. There were some other little games, mini games that I was playing sometimes, and I pretty much only play Star Wars now. I'm not doing any of that. I don't have time for it. I'm either making videos, working, or spending time with the family. So it's my time's all gone. The Inquisitors did amazing in 3v3, says Griff. Time to take that success to 5v5. Yeah. Does it take feats to get to Kyber? Some feats. So, like on the Loquitur account, I didn't complete many of the feats at all last time because it was stuff that I didn't have, first order characters and things like that. But if you can complete the ones where you're supposed to do fleet battles, squad battles, pay attention to that. Make sure you get your squad battles in, your fleet battles in, and complete those feats. That helps a lot. And then I think you have to win at least 9 of your matchups. General rule is kind of, if you can't win at least 9, you're probably not going to make Kyber. So if you get 9 or 10 wins, you should be able to close out Kyber. You don't have to get like a perfect record in wins. Understandable, YouTube takes a lot of time. I'm telling you guys, like those account review videos that I do every week, the amount of time that it takes me to play the account and record it, and then, like the mod stuff, I go through all the mods, and then I slice that video up, and I edit out the parts and make them go fast, and then just separate out the parts where I'm getting a good mod so you guys can see the good mod. And this last account update, number 25, it took me probably a couple hours of playtime to record all the stuff that I did, and it must have taken me 3 or 4 hours of editing to put together the video. Then I do the video with the voiceover, and then I edit it again to put in the scrolling text and all that stuff. So I did 8 to 10 hours worth of total work on that video for one video. And I looked at the analytics on it, and I earned $8.35 in ad revenue. So I got paid roughly $1 an hour for making that video. So if anybody feels sorry for me, I do have super chats, and I've got 99 cents today because Grandma Mob put some poop in my channel. But other than that, we're not making a whole lot of revenue with the videos. I do it because it's fun. If I wasn't enjoying it and having fun and helping people and believing that the people that give me the comments that say you're helping is worth more to me than the $8.35 in ad revenue. Always full clear, and then 8 wins gets you Kyber. Okay. I'll trust you on that one. I go for more placing defense and winning than just trying to get full clears all the time. But, okay, always full clear and 8 wins. Huh. Okay. I'll take your word on that. All right, well, we've been on for a couple hours tonight. We did 4 account reviews. One of them was very quick because it was a wrong number, but we got 3 account reviews plus 1 more crossed off the list, so that's good. We got do a little bit of gameplay, talk about a bunch of stuff, answer a bunch of questions. Griff says, yeah, that worked for me. Scraped by with 8 wins this round. The 3v3 was rough and needed a few feats. Just barely got Kyber. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody stopping in today. And I'll probably stream again on Saturday morning. I probably won't do it on Sunday, but we'll have a stream on Saturday morning. Same kind of thing. We'll knock out some account reviews and chat about stuff and see what comes up. So thank you all for your time. Slash that like button on your way out if you haven't already. Kill it on your way out the door. I'd appreciate that. Join us over on Discord if you haven't already. It's we got a great community. Most of the people I see in the chat are already over there. So love you guys. Love all the questions. Like the debate. It's a lot of fun. So thank you all, and I will see you in the next Holocron.